स्वागत सब जन ऐसा मंदिर, भक्ति स्वाति की धाम, सुंदर सुमधुर गान हमारो, रंजन नर नर नार। स्वागत सब जन ऐसा मंदिर, भक्ति स्वाति की धार, सुंदर सुमधुर गान हमारो, रंजन नर नर नार। ईश सगुण निर्गुण अविनाशी, मात पिता पार, तोर भये हम वत्स सधाए, तारो में संसार। स्वागत सब जन ऐसा मंदिर, भक्ति स्वाति की धार, सुंदर सुमधुर गान हमारो, रंजन नर नर नार, रंजन नर नर नार। What a beautiful song. Welcome to this mandir. Welcome everyone. And welcome. Let us worship God with name and form and without name and form. When we can think like this, that everything that we look at, we are part of that. Every human being that comes in our way, or all that was created, is us. We cannot be different from it, because what is powering everything is that consciousness. Today I'm looking at the sun. Let us do adoration to the sun. Om Bhare Bhavasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhare Bhavasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Surya Narayan. What a beautiful. It's radiating, coming from such a far away. 93 million miles in such a short time, like 8 minutes. And then here it's giving us this brightness. It's giving us the heat. It's sustaining all of our planetary system, the Navgrahas, keeping them into place. Shouldn't we be worshipping someone like this? Some God manifesting itself as Surya Narayan, sun? Bhara, the light that illuminates everything. Devotees, welcome again to this beautiful mandir. A mandir where we are the closest to God. Nay, we are one with God. And this, we have to rediscover that we are that unmanifested state, and we have the nirgun and sagun, unmanifested and manifested. And you know, with someone, I was speaking at a wake, someone passed away, a lady and mother. And it was a fine opportunity to speak to the son and the daughter and all the people there. A nice gathering, intellectual, nice people. And you know, we cannot speak about another person, how they live their life, and criticize them. Because all of us, we have to have experiences. We have to have, as we move along, we try to live our life the best way we can. Sometimes it's very difficult because of the lack of knowledge and lack of being in satsang and being in the company of the holy ones to properly guide you. You might, in your childhood state, you might be abused and you know, you have memories that are not so good. But anyway, you moved on, and you cope with the situation that is up here in front of you every time. Many of us have migrated from other countries coming to America because we're looking for betterment. And indeed, this is a country that is like, I will say, heaven and earth, because all the facilities are here. You come off the plane and then you go, and then right away you have, you cannot say you're lacking food or proper medical coverage if you come under like a visa or you come with your green card. So it's a country that's so powerful. But here in this country too, America, that many have come and they have made a good of it. They got caught up in their own desires and not having a mind that's open to everything and attached to no thing. That attachment to our culture and tradition is good, but that is just a stepping stone and we have to evolve. And this evolution is what it's all about. That when we come under the guidance of, say, Swami Parameshananda and the BHARAT SEVASHRAM, it's an organization. It's a social, religious, non-political organization that is in service to humanity. Service to humanity is service to God. That's the motto. With that being said, let us bring the Guru and let us adore him in melodious words. Let us adore him. Guru Mata Pita, Guru Bandhu Sakha, Tere Charanon mein Guru, Mera Koti Pranam. Tere Charanon mein Guru, Mera Koti Pranam. Tumi Jnana Datta, Tumi Shakti Datta, Tumi Shanti Datta, Tumi Mukti Datta, Tere Charanon mein Guru, Mera Koti Pranam. Tere Charanon mein Guru, Mera Koti Pranam. Ah, who is the Guru? Guru Mata Pita, Guru Bandhu Sakha. Tere Charanon mein Guru, Mere Koti Koti Pranam. That, oh Lord, I bow to you. I bow to you all the time. My mind is fixed on you in every exhalation and inhalation. Why? Because you are the one to relieve me of all this suffering, this mental and physical suffering. Well, this morning, we want to surrender ourselves to the Guru. You know, the experiences that the Guru gives you put you in the right place and the right time, meeting the right people. And I was so blessed, and many of us are so blessed when we are under the leadership of a spiritual master. Whether it's the Christ or the Buddha, these are all legitimate manifestation of that consciousness. So is Mother Durga, Lord Shiva, Krishna Bhagwan, Bhagwan Sri Ram. They are the Adi Deva and Adi Devis. And when we go to them, they have, like Swami Parameshananda, he came as God. But his Leela was so dynamic that he had to demonstrate to the masses of people by getting in contact with them physically, and then through his words, through his actions, well, his divine thinking. He has the divine mind. He would have elevated everyone that come in contact with him, or come in contact to this ashram, his ashram, because he would have said, me, Swami Parameshananda, my power, my divine power, and my ashram are one. And when you come into the ashram, say the physical ashram or the compound of an ashram, BHARAT SEVASHRAM, you're getting the power of and the blessings of Acharya Dev. When you do seva, you get the power of Acharya Dev, Swami Parameshananda, and Krishna Bhagwan, all the gods that you pray to. So this, we have to understand that everything that is in front of us here today, everything that we hear, it's coming to us through the power of consciousness, because it is from that consciousness is the material cause and efficient cause. In other words, you know, one holy man was saying that he was talking about how this consciousness, it illuminates everything. It's the eye of the eye, it's the ear of the ear, and so on. But imagine, it's the eye of the eye. Without that consciousness, that illumination of the consciousness, the eyes cannot see. Imagine someone just died a couple seconds. That eye, that physical eyes is not active anymore, because the consciousness is not there to make it see. And Imagine, there was a nice little story I heard that one person went to Lord Shiva. And no, he's praying to Lord Shiva and said, Lord Shiva, I want a darshan of you. So in that prayer, in that meditative state, Lord Shiva says, go to the temple, and when you go there, look for a person without a head. So then, look at the murtis. There were lots of murtis there, lots of people on satsang. And he went there and he's looking. And then he can't find a person without a head, or all the murtis have heads. Then he was like, couldn't figure it out. So then wisdom tells him, let him meditate. And then when he meditates, he says, wait a minute. I am that person without a head because I cannot see my head. Why? Because the physical eyes can only see what's in front of it. The head is, the eyes and the head coming, so we cannot see our head. So the lesson is that what we're looking for is really who we are. Imagine you take a look at a murti, right? It's made of stone, it's tapan, meaning life was, through the rituals, life was put into it. But it's not moving. It doesn't have the five senses. Which is better? That murti or our murti, the murti that is living? Well, the answer has to be the murti that is living. So when you want to worship a murti, worship your own murti. In other words, you see God in you, what you're looking for outside, inside of you, and in every human being. Adi Shankaracharya, he believed in the theory that there's no individual soul. And I support that theory through experience, because this all-pervading consciousness, it cannot be divided. In other words, it is so powerful that it is knowing what's happening to each one of us. All in every atom it exists. It cannot be divided. So the God that we're looking for is in our friend, is in our neighbor, is in our mother, is in our father, it's in our enemy, it's in the five elements that we're looking, earth, water, fire, air, and space. So then when we want to worship God through our evolution, let us start at the lower level by following our culture and tradition, which is, let us worship the murtis. But Krishna Bhagavan would have said it nicely in Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna, know me to be the five different ways that you could worship me. The lowest of the ways, in the brilliance of my creation. Look at this here. Oh my God. This sun is so beautiful, and the water and the air is so cool. Look at God's creation. Earth, water, fire, air, and space. That you can worship me with the other five elements. So excellence in nature, five elements. And moving up now, you can worship me, Arjuna, in my incarnations. You know me as Krishna, you know me as, you can know Bhagavan Sri Ram. You can worship me as Pranavananda. You can worship Mother Durga. These are my incarnations, or go up a little further. You can worship me in the individual soul. But like I said, that is debatable, that it's either all-pervading or individual soul. Or you can worship me, Arjuna. You saw me in the Virat Roop. I showed you that I am the whole universe. With that divine eye I give you, Arjuna, you saw me, and then you realize who I am. And then the highest of the worship that we should do, worship me without the name and form. Worship me as the origin of this universe, the material cause and the blueprint, the efficient cause, and worship me as the sustainer. Ah, what a beautiful way that Krishna would have related it. We are evolving devotees. Here we are seeing him, Lord, in the lowest nature, his brilliance. And we move up and move up and move up. And then we'll go and worship him without name and form as consciousness. And when we do that, with his grace, he's gonna let us rediscover I'm just like him. Well, with that being said, let us all sing this nice Krishna bhajan. Om Hari Sundara Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari Om. Hari Sundara Nanda Mukunda. Hari Narayana Hari Om. Hari Keshava Hari Govinda. Hari Narayana Hari Om. Hari Sundara Nanda Mukunda. Hari Narayana Hari Om. Vanamali Murali Dhari. Govardhan Giridhari. Vanamali Murali Dhari. Govardhan Giridhari. Nit nit karmakan chori gopi manhari. Nit nit karmakan chori gopi manhari. Hari Sundara Manna Mukunda. Hari Narayan Hari Om. Hari Keshava Hari Govinda. Hari Narayan Hari Om. आवो रे गावो रे गोकुल के प्यारी. आवो रे कांदा रे गोकुल के प्यारी. आओ रे नाचो रे रास रचाओ रे. हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद. हरि नारायण हरि ओम. हरि केशव हरि गोविंद. Hari Narayan Hari Om. Wow, what a beautiful song. I hope you're feeling exhilarated like I am. And through the blessings of Acharya Swami Parameshananda, the bona fide Guru, I bring you this message. It is through him that I'm able to speak like this. Without him, how could I have this wisdom? That, we have to pull. I'm just like the pipe that is attached to a big container of water, bringing the water for the masses to use. But the water is coming from that inexhaustible reservoir, that divine reservoir of consciousness. And have a beautiful day and keep meditating. Meditate. And you'll see that you will develop the language of God, which is silence. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om.